signal in my focus. I wonder what's causing it.
Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're good, my dear Michael. Okay, good. Nice. That is good. Did you have a nice weekend? Okay, good. Now I'm ready. I'm mentally 100% ready to go on. Tired but fine. I hope you're good. I am absolutely perfect, man. I'm pumped to show off some skills. I'm absolutely great. Well, I hope you're not too tired, right? Because there's gonna be high as greatness, skill, ultra, maximum aura stuff incoming, right? I started Elden Ring and play now. What do you expect? Okay, we wanted to go higher, right? I'm just currently memorizing the transcript from last stream. Yes, we wanted to go higher. We wanted to try to get maybe there. I'm just going the transcript line by line through what we said, right? In chat and what I said. Okay, yes, that's what we agreed on. Peak gameplay, cringe commentary, that's how I like it. That's how we roll, right? I'm a gamer, I have to be cringe. You ain't a true gamer when you're not cringe. And I'm proud. Okay, I think we, it's actually maybe not even possible to get in the ruins there, right? Even though I cannot believe it because developers are lazy. And when you are lazy, you obviously don't put enemies up there, right? If you are lazy, I mean, I'm lazy, I wouldn't do it then. I'm not lazy. If I would be lazy, which I'm totally not. I just try to show some empathy and try to think how a lazy person would think, right? Which is very, very hard because I obviously ain't lazy. By the wheat, right? By the way, I've read. I didn't completely read through the article. I overflew it, so to say, about the Gothic 1 remake trailer, where the person shared that she is not that convinced by the combat system, because it seems to be A, basic, and B, to be the old way. I was just wondering, yes, we had the demo version, and from the few scenes in the trailer, I'm just wondering, maybe I'm naive, whether it's actually already too early to talk about that, right? Or did, by the way, what was your impression with the, maybe that's the better question, What was your impression with the fight scenes you saw, or the small scenes of the fight you saw, and your own experience from the demo version? Maybe as a small starter for today. Since you are bringing up Goth Agreement, are you ready for the episode? Yep. Yeah, I'm king of pretending, so I just say yes, right? So yeah. I'm kidding, I'm obviously ready. Maybe I can make a ebook out of it and publish it and become a millionaire. I have a lot of things to say, so just give me some time to bring it together in some current contents. Please, please. Okay, yeah. Yeah, then I'm good. Then we have a topic, maybe. Kinda cool. It gives me the time to pretend as I would not know how to go on. As I said, master and pretending. No. That wall over there looks climbable. Yeah, but I mean, if we talk about the same wall, this one, yet I just wanted to look it up actually. But nothing's in reach, right? So the Temple Town ruins I actually wanted to. Yeah, but it's still not high enough, is it? Where the message is, but how the hell should I get up there? I'll be damned if... Hey, I'm an expert in finding holes, man. Okay. Oh boy, come on, get down. Yes, we want to redeem. Okay, I'm shortly before looking it up. I'm sorry, I'm just somehow not seeing. If it's right around here, I'm just not seeing it. I want to prevent So you say wasting more time. Temple Town. How's this thingy? Is it Temple Town ruins? Okay, to get inside the ruins, you can find a small opening. Yeah, that's with the body hanging in the air. Not this one. Freaking hell. Huh. Yeah, I looked it up. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I did not see that. I've ran past there numerous times. I just oversaw it. I just want to spare some time. I don't know if I didn't pay attention for that. I was focused on. You also had issues, yeah. Thank you. I was looking for a way in the upper regions and not. Yeah, maybe that's sometimes the mistake, that you are so fixed on something that you don't see the apparent way. You know, sometimes you don't see the tree for all the forest, right? Sometimes you just have tomatoes on the eyes, right? To stay with the famous English sayings, right? Okay, got that one. Good, good, good. I ain't... Well, even if I would fall down, that wouldn't matter. That's a special dude. Maybe he dropped something special? Yay. Yeah, okay. It was not that special. Here. Alright, good. Thanks for pointing out. Yet I still think these dead bodies sometimes lay over the wall there in a very naughty way. Yes, I didn't pick that up when I killed the doggy there. I need to resist the urge to go there because it's just gonna be a bad item. Do not pick it up. That ain't a strong enemy. Strong enemy ahead, man. Can only shake my head. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm in a kiddie mood today. That's cool. Even though there's nothing to kid about, right? It is Sunday. Yay, tomorrow. Again, we need to work. Whoop whoop. Ain't there anything more beautiful? Okay, good, nice. I kiddie mood. Are you not in a kiddie mood all the time? I kid you not. Oh, two-handed sword talisman. You're in a puppy mood. It's the same. It's the same. It's a conspiracy theory that kitties, and puppies are different species. That's different mammals. That's just a conspiracy theory. A lot of people fall for that, Michael. Don't you worry. Most people fall for that. It's the same. It's the same animal. No difference. Cool. So that is mentally done, this place. That's nice. Nice. And I even am gonna be regretting what I do right now. Oh, how skillfully I jumped on it. On the rudder fruit. How skillful. I just landed there like a pro man. Like a pro man. Okay, there are... Yes, we experienced the stronger ghosties last time here already. Nasty boys. They have... It's unfair that they have that punch, actually. Okay, good. Now, that is done. Done. We have... I'm just trying to think what... I might not have yet explored. I do know that we still have a boss in this area. I think we still need to get up here, right? That's where we stopped the last time. We stopped here when I said we need to go there and there. That's where the lion was. Ah, okay. Yes, that's the... okay. Yes, you're right. The reason is why... that's the reason why it, where I was drawn there again, right? It was a wonderful boss fight. Obviously, I was drawn to the area again, right? Because it was so beautifully done. You see the brown patch northwest. If you follow the river, you can see there northwest. Yep, follow the river. I believe there might be... You mean here? Oops, okay. Then I go there. And we are gonna take a look. Thank you. I'll go there. I don't know. I honestly don't remember if we have been there or not, or if we have been in the cave there, if we have been there. So let's check it out. Thank you. Much appreciated. Pew. Pew. Sorry. That should be the jumping sound, by the way. Pew, pew. I'm sorry, I don't know. I will ignore the crabs, because crabs need to be boiled and not shot. Oh, wait, tick. I hate you, past psychic. You have taken them enemies down and have not picked the item up. You bugger. You didn't pick up the white flesh mushroom. How dare you? Second, yes, there obviously was or is a grace, which I have ignored. Can we? The big question is, we might even have turned it around here before. I don't know. Might we have a level up? No, not yet. We are very, very shy of the level up. Yes, I think we have not been here since I would have engaged the bear wolf. Oh no. You know what I already don't like? Those freaks, man. That smells like Teen Spirit, right? That smells like trouble, man. Not only that they are 3 of them, you know, 4 in the back is... They are disgusting flying scorpions. Thingies. Okay. Yes, I complained because they look nasty, but these guys, the flyers, were not that nasty. I apologize to insulting them for being ugly. Gotcha, boy. And another boy is here. Or girl. And I am even... We might be... Do we reset when we level up? I don't know. Well, I would like to actually quickly level up. Guess I've... No, I'm just confused that we suddenly lost the horse. I guess I have like half of what I want to say. I told you it's some intense yapping. Yeah, it's... I could have teleported. Acceptable. I'm not judging you for that. Why should I? Alright, level the level. Level the level. There we go. I would have liked to fought the bear another time. But obviously he is still gone, which is okay. I don't mind. Because I'm sure I find another bear. Maybe there's the bear. Okay, he has respawned. Then I'm gonna flare the bear again. I'm just too slow to give him the headbang, because he's just until we have actually then walked around the body to the head where we can do the head bang. It just takes so long. I wonder why my bros here are so mad. You mad, bro? I did not... Okay, around 10,000. When I took down the last one, I wanted to pay attention how much XP they drop. And then I did not... Oh, little kitty! I didn't pay attention how much. Anyways, it is what it is. And what it is good. Over 10k. Yes, that is that area. Okay, let's take down the watery area like before. At first, before we crack on, go on into happiness and stuff. Just for the fluff. Scorpion liver. Yes, scorpion liver is delicious. There is a third one. I thought that I was already in contact with the... Yeah, there we go. That he's already attacking us. Or it, or she. Doesn't matter. Down the scorpion is. That's neat. Actually, there was no need to take it down, but I think it was cool. So, first of all, we follow the water, and then we get to the right. There's something glowing in the back there that poses... That might be an area of danger. Hello. So I'm for now gonna ignore my moth behavior to go to the light, or into the light. Okay, can I get up to my scorpion bros? Good, nice. Bird, yeah. That's a bird, correct, 100%. So I was a bit surprised how many of the little guys came up, and then I was surprised too. Actually, wasn't there's an enemy which looks like this, right? That confused me. I wasn't sure if it's just, you know, like here a statue, or whether it's actually a real enemy. That is at least a room, not a cave. Avert your gaze from me. I beg. Look away. Okay, that's... No, you don't look away. Staring is how you show people your appreciation, you know? You just stare them to death, so to say. Exactly, thank you. Thank you, Michael. That's exactly what I mean. That's a nice combination. That's very, very creative. Sorry, just a moment. I'm gonna... Don't know if it's smart to call the elevator down or not. They actually can... We are down. On the other end, we can always use the elevator to get... yes, up. The elevator to get up. I meant we can always teleport the hell out of here, right? Wait a little moment. That's the way. That looks oddly familiar and looks a little bit like a basilisk up there on the top. But basilisks are my speciality. You know, there ain't no problem at all. Easy, easy. I teabag them on a regular basis. Although this might be a special one. I was looking into its eyes. If these are actually eyes. I entered the staring contest there. I couldn't take the... That's how it works in the animal kingdom, right? You make yourself bigger with giant eyes, although you are normally not able to punch anything. The enemies look you in your giant eyes and you then just can, you know, take them down with your little arms or stuff. Totally normal. Make yourself bigger than you are. Sometimes to even just scare them enemies away. Okay. Ah, now I see the death counter down there. Okay, good. So, no staring contest. Sad. Since we talked about staring with the gaze before, this is actually, I guess, what the other dude... Maybe the other dude there meant. Be wary of right. Yes. I don't need to get warned by messages. Be wary of left. I mean, yes, this is completely a new dungeon, I know that. On the other hand, it looks quite familiar with one we've already been before. It's not precisely copy and pasted, but it looks fairly familiar with another one. Nice. Okay, they're gone. Does the message say be wary of right, be wary of fire? Thank you. Much appreciated. Healing required ahead, therefore press the message. What the hell? Who heals? Everyone who heals is a noob, right? Kidding, obviously. Yeah, yet still I am gonna... Oh, okay, I thought there might be something cool here. Okay. No, I guess that was just a station, just a room where you... Okay, we could drop down, where we can, you know, park ourselves to have a little break and stuff, you know. For anyone who needs to catch his or her breath and stuff, you know. Yep. I was lazy. And greedy. On the other hand, that's not unheard of. On this channel. Alright. Still gonna pick up that stuff. Even though it might not be that necessary. Black Knight Captain Hugh. Hugh. Okay. Was that That was not an ash, right? That was... Is this something? It was a summon, wasn't it? That's... Yes, that's just what I... call it. Just what I wanted to say. Oh, hello, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, cool. I guess that was the... We still have the... Oh, I totally forgot about that. That could have gone embarrassing. I just want to say that was then the specialty in this dungeon, but on the other hand, I totally forgot about the letter we still have available, right? Now... Let's wait a tick. Okay, sorry. Somehow my phone is not charging. Doesn't matter. Gotta check the cable afterwards. Little weirdos. Although they look with the giant eyes, they look kinda cute, that you have to say. So I should not receive the thingy. They're patrolling, so to say, right? I'm just wanting to regen. And yes, I did think that I could, when they flew over us the first time, I thought we could kill them. So after the next time they pass, then we are gonna be going on. I mean, not that way, but the other way, right? When they're coming back. When they are retreating again. Not retreating when they are... Anyways, you know what I mean. When they're patrolling backwards. Like the buggers they are. Could have gone better, although I have to admit there are certain things in games I don't like that much, and that is, it's totally fine if the enemy uses some sort of artillery spell, right? But if that spell then shoots through walls, in the tight quarter we have been, it shouldn't have hit us through the wall, so to say. That's absolutely stupid. Then they should just put in another enemy there. That's so lame. But why should I complain, right? Or even flame. It's just like a bane. Okay, good. Let's then crack on. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. I'm sorry, I could scream here and complain all day, all day long again. Okay, I actually would like to see if there's a way to pick the dude, to take the dude down on top. Magic dude. Well, I guess this is just a way down and not up, right? Because I do have the feeling that down is differently from up. No, no, no. Okay. No! I just wanted to show the amazing death animation here. I'm an absolute fan of that. I don't know why I suddenly had these problems with the cannonballs, I have to admit. Okay, so I just can, at least in peace, take a look around and notice that, I mean, yes, it was good that were 150k worth of runes, so that was actually alright to get down here. I just want to make sure that there is not something I might have overseen, which was maybe good or bad. Anyways, it is what it is. That's alright. We lost the aggro with the sniper dude. And I am overall a bit sad. There should be a way up there, but I am not seeing it. And I do not know if the elevator we have already found, which leads up, is actually gonna lead us there. Or I've overseen something here, which is possible too. Definitely a connection. A connecting way. That is what I wanted to say. In a way. Okay. I don't see a thing. So we're just gonna now, although the ugly bugger I would like to take down, we are gonna be going on. I will very, very quickly. Actually, then this is a good spot to quickly do a little break, but it just unnoticed ahead. It just says ahead, right? Not here. Anyways, I will very, very quickly go to the loop, and then we will be going on here, and just go on and see how it goes. Alright. That's wrong. That's right. Oh, okay, cool. Death Knight's long-haired axe. Nice. Emperor Medallion 3. Nice. Okay, I was in fear that... Thank you. GG, yes. That this was a nastier fight. Yet still, first of all, sad face, right? Second of all, yeah, we could teleport back here to the beginning. On the other hand, I still would like to find out... if there is a way with the magic dude to get up there. There were two things to collect. They're probably not good because they're just cookbooks, I guess. Probably not worth. And guess what? I finally finished my... Yeah, thank you. You have finished. So, just before I Is there a way? There is a way to get up there, right? Do you, just in case, remember how to get up there? That's connected to that area with a dude up there. Do you, just in any case, remember how to get up there? That would be, if you remember, that would be kind of cool. I believe that there has to be a way, but I don't. Okay. Mate, I can't open up docx documents. I don't use any. I don't use any. I don't use any Office products, man. Microsoft products. That's what I want to say. Let me just, I try one thing, maybe I can import them into Google Drive. Okay, got it, mate. Buddy, I opened it up in Google Drive. Google Office. You can import documents. Pretty damn cool, right? Okay. Okay, let's actually... What do you think about... let's go on for 20 minutes with Elden Ring, and then... I'm gonna go through the document a bit. I don't need to do it after once. Then I don't need to read it afterwards because I'm late. As I said, I'm lazy as hell, man. Would be a master politician. Yeah, if you call, you can add yourself then to the rows. If you are finding yourself, if you're regarding yourself that highly, you can place yourself directly in line with wonderful politicians like Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, right? That would be the row of politicians you can get in there. Everyone who then thinks, yes, master politicians, rhetorically amazing, peaceful, they should all receive Nobel Freedom Prizes and shit, right? That would be the row where you would get into. Because I think they say the same about... I think if you asked Donald Trump, he would say that he's a master politician too, wouldn't he? Oh boy. I believe there should be a... nah, the bears are... The beers already... I already drank all the beers. That was obviously a pun. That's the cookbook which was missing in my collection of cookbooks. But the bears have obviously respawned since we died. Yes, that's true. True point. That one. Okay, yes, you're right. That one I did not drink, and come to think about it, it might be... You're right, but you said bear and not red bear. So it's actually obviously, like as usual, it's obviously 100% your fault and not mine, right? See, you are a master politician, right? It's always the fault of you. Okay, quickly heal up and stuff. Level up maybe as well. Arcane. Just for the blame. Let's pass the time. Oh my God, you are mistaken. I never make mistakes. I know what the people. I know what I want. I'm the best. I always make it work. It's yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, how could I argue against that? Obviously, true. 100%. So let's ignore them crazy bears. We just want to have the one sane bear here. The redneck, so to say. Okay, now oh. There are two. The only good part is they damage themselves. Yeah, I know that these are the standard. I know. Don't you worry. I thought about running away and then I saw the loot there is. I just don't understand the system, why some enemies are friendly firing themselves and some enemies not. It's not quite getting the system there. And don't come with, these are bears. Bears attack themselves in the real world. Yes. As if the freaking scorpions would not. No, but they're territory. Freaking hell, it's a game, man. What do you mean? It's totally understandable. Whatever the hell Miyazaki was smoking at the time is how it's gonna work. Okay, that's an argument I can accept. Like sheep shooting bolts of lightning from their ass like that. Totally true. One more hit. That should be possible, shouldn't it? And that would have been totally me too if I wouldn't have been able to freaking kill him. Okay, Rauh of Rugalia. Nice. Cool, and I'm surprised about the amount of amount of runes we've received here. Nice, cool. So that's it. We have had the cave. We gone through this area. The red bear is down. The other bears are down obviously too. Let's actually see if we can level up. And before we actually go on the Andros, we still have a bit. But we still have the boss. I at least would like to take a look at it. And do the level up. So this area then is kinda, apart from the boss, we are kinda good here, I would say. Unless I've ever seen stuff. Which is actually, on the other contrary hand, unheard of. We have been there, right? In this area? We have been, right? It's all connected to this area, I suppose. Just a question where the... So it's not connected to that area. So is that still a place that we should go? We can go? Okay, there is nothing. Alright. That's just fine. That's what I wanted to hear. Let's actually see if that is the right spot for the fight. I mean, if you have suggestions what I have not done or overseen in this area, I'm always open. If I oversee stuff, just tell me, right? I'm totally fine to... Oh, a centipede with a thingy on it, like a madam or something. Scarlet Rot ain't good, right? Could have gone better. Obviously we could have won the fight. Scarlet Rot infection was not that good. I guess it seems to be that I'm obviously, it makes kind of sense, right? If I jump, I may do more damage against her fragile body, which is popping out of the centipede and scorpion body, because I guess the chitin stuffy is more armored than herself, I guess. That's just my mental reasoning. So maybe jumping, body hitting, haha, no pun intended, then body animal hitting, right? No animal cruelty, just cruelty against the form demon thingy with the weapon. I'll have to say, Rumina, Saint of the Butt. It's a weird name, by the way. At least from the design, how it looks, it's not my favorite boss from the looks, at least. It has nothing to do with that it's a woman. Exactly, same. They just, I think that they spelled it with a D is just a spelling mistake. They wanted to name it Butt. Totally. I like the design itself, I just don't like how weirdly unicolor pink. Did you say something against the color pink? Did you say something against queer people? I'm sorry, that was bad. That was stupid. Sorry. I tried to be edgy. Okay, I am not that sure. The last bits after she was beneath half HP, there was a point where I somehow did not do any damage anymore. Either I'm not sure if I did not hit anymore at all, or if what the hell was the problem there. It started very, very good. Then she dropped beneath half, and then it was just, I just did like 20 damage to her. It more, I know. It just felt like that. And what I do like, by the way, when she jumps, the little stinger at the bottom of the body. That's a nice, cute little thingy. they added to the character model. Or maybe she just gets more aggressive and I do less damage because of that. Holy cow, okay, good. I'm getting the game. It slowly begins that I'm understanding the game. Or the bosses were just easy. Ah, thank you. I have the hope that slowly, after nearly 300 hours, I'm slowly digging the game. I think I'm slowly understanding. Nice! Ah. Not my favorite fight, by the way. Somehow, I can't describe it. It felt so weird, not because of the character per se. Somehow, I don't know, didn't feel the fight. But there have been worse, on the other hand. The commander, for example. Oh, that feels so good. That feels kinda good. I wouldn't say it was amazing either, but it was okay. Yeah. That's something... That's the best way to say it. I don't wanna... It didn't suck, in my opinion, so you're totally... I would agree with that, what you said. Okay, examining the ceiling tree. Burn, yes? That's what mankind does, right? Find a tree, and the first thing you do is to burn it down, typical. Yep, that's just a normal thing to do. Trees are bad. See, that's why you burn trees, man. If you burn them, things clear up. That looks amazing, by the way. The castle. Or whatever. The castle-y thing. Oh, I haven't seen the Elden Ring loading in. That's actually a good spot to actually pause the game. We are gonna go through this area, which is then called the Outer Wall thingy. Ah, okay, that brings us here in Near Elim. And if you don't mind, I would share on screen the text you've written. Michael, by the way, just saying. And then we pause Elden Ring and go on here on Tuesday. And enter that. Okay, first of all, let me enjoy this view. That looks super amazing. And I'm really looking forward for Tuesday. Although I have to say it's a bit sad. On the other hand, I feel a bit sad that we are closing into... that we are entering the end game, so to say. That's on the contrary a bit sad. Don't you worry, the screen is gonna be not black in a sec anymore. I just need to switch the source and put that on. Oh, that makes sense, right? Which monitor do we have? This one. That makes sense. I just need to read it out. Okay, I think there's just one. Ah, there's just one bad word in it. Okay, good. I can actually, what I can do, by the way, I can actually zoom in, right? Alright, obviously the devs are doing its Gothic remake. Maybe that's a better background, right? It's not that glowing white. Firstly, the devs are doing the same design change to some extent. I totally understand some design decisions are good and some are atrocious and some things are just totally goofy. Akimiya, the dev studio, said that we want to give something for of our own, and yeah, that sounds nice and all, but I think that completely misses the point for a remake. People don't want to remake because of Akimiya. Let's be pretty honest, Akimiya has no name with nothing to show for themselves, nothing that can make you a fan of them. But nothing that you've ever David. Yeah, but sorry, but they're just saying that because isn't this just a normal saying? I mean, you want to give something of our I mean, they're just saying that adding a couple of new things, right? Don't they? Anyways, that's not what they want. They didn't want to say anything there, right? That you're supposed to be a fan of them or something. People don't want to make us of a key. It's similar when you do a mod, right? Vision and their desires are unimportant. People want to remake for Gothic itself, so for what we know and love, for the vision of Piranha Bytes. But in order to just shit on it, let's make some monster, which they already redesigned it more like the Gothic side demon. I think the swing design change for the demon would be to take one of the original ideas for the demon, which didn't really make it to the game. In some of the OG ideas, the demon was supposed to be something more like a djinn, like the From the Lamp, and it's kind of like a smoke tail. I didn't mean that it's a response to you, it's just my thoughts, and while the mod and remake are different things. That's true. Since they first announced it with the playable teaser, my opinion was rather neutral. Let's see what comes with no or little expectations. Since then they showed us some things that I liked, some things that I didn't like. If you make a remake of an old game, you need to appreciate and somehow adapt its art style. But they aren't really doing that. Instead, they seem to be aimed for their own artistic choice, which is okay if they make their own game, but not such for a remake. I get your point. I would agree. I'm just trying to think. But isn't this the difference between? I mean, I get your point. I would agree with that. Isn't this the difference between they're not doing a remaster but a remake, right? Isn't this why they take the artistic freedoms? That's not really my point. That's a comment which I found and I agree with. Yeah. On the other hand, it's not on the other hand. I get the point. I still would say that's what a remaster is for, right? To put in some artistic freedom. There's something later about the remake, not remaster. Okay. The bloodflies in the originals were basically weird big insects. In the remake, they seem to be hellish monsters. The scavengers look more like dinosaurs now. Didn't they even have the scavengers had what I think is weird, they had a weird helmet on too, right? The demons apparently forgot to go to the gym and change the color palette. The trolls, which always seemed like animals in the originals, now are somewhat intelligent. In the intelligent remake with, they look, like Cubone, yes. Remake with a bot tied to their arms and loincloth. Some designs are already alright or even good, like the Shadow Beast, but some are just not like Gothic. By the way, imagine if they would really have messed up the Shadow Beast hard. That would have been a no-go. Then I definitely would have not played it. The design, for example, Xara's Tower reminds me more of the Lord of the Rings than Gothic. Okay, yes, I dig that, by the way. I didn't completely think of Lord of the Rings, but I couldn't point it down, but it reminded me of something too. Now that I read Lord of the Rings here, I would agree, by the way. Still, I wait for the release to make my real opinion, but for now, I'm not too happy with what I see. Personally, I've noticed that there's so much bulky stuff in the remake, so many things are like sleek, which is not automatically bad, but sometimes it just makes no sense. It doesn't help it in any way. E.g. gone, and also it seems like they are really fond of spikes. So many things are spiky. I've remembered the sentence from one of the making of videos, the game should be more brown and goldish yellow. It shouldn't be blue. It's a prison colony, and it's just so damn dumb because blue is pretty much the color of Gothic. The whole premise of Gothic 1 is blue, the blue barrier. Now, it shouldn't be even the main cause of the game. That's a point, I guess. And wasn't blue in Elex too, right? With the crystals which were there, they were blue. PB had something with blue, by the way. Sorry. The entire marketing is so goofy. I have no other word for it. First, there was the playable teaser, and this were gathering feedback, and they completely reworked it. That was the old playable teaser from 2020, I guess, right? Then quite some time later, we got a nice trailer, but people started asking, where's the gameplay? Then THQ responded, but not with gameplay, no, with a collector's edition for 200 euros. I remember that. And later, after some time, we finally got some gameplay glances, and it wasn't looking good. Then there was the US demo at Gamescom, yep, which we got to play around a year later, yes. And then there's another thing, the Gothic board game. Honestly, I missed that. I didn't know about that. Give me a sec. I missed that too, by the way. Gothic, A Shadow's Quest. I have an earworm again. Sorry, I quickly looked into the... You might have heard it. The Gothic music, man. Ow, I have an earworm again, man. There's that, so that's fine. Let's move on to the present. Urizel, which looks like ass for 400 euros. Yes, the sword thing we talked about yesterday. Or the day before. I don't get it, by the way, the sword thingy. I don't get it. And the price of the remake at 60, I'll be returning to the price, but let's move on to what Alchemia says. Alchemia is obviously trying to appeal to the Gothic fans, which makes sense, and I believe that Gothic fans should be the priority. Alchemia says things which Gothic fans like: attention to detail and precise routines, yes. Handcrafted world progression system, etc. Totally. That's the marketing blah blah. I've heard that too. But then they make decisions which are very un-Gothic and design stuff in a more generic manner, so that even the wider audience can understand it from the first glance. But then they don't make the promo materials even a bit for the general audience. They don't explain some things to them. They don't put it into the forefront. There are basically two ways to do a remake, very faithful to the original, to appease OG things, and changing a lot of things to appeal to wider audience unfamiliar with the OG game. By the way, when I read OG, I'm always thinking, not the first thought I have in mind, by the way, it's not original, but original gangster, man. I'm sorry. Hip-hop. And Alchemia seems gangster rap, to be precise. And Alchemia seems to be working both of them, but the pairs don't seem to intervene, and it returns to look. Okay, I have to admit, Michael, holy cow, I did not put that much thought into the remake yet. All what you said, I even would agree, but I didn't think about that hard. Yes. To stay true to German sayings, right? I can only say it falls like scales from my eyes, right? To stay in true German sayings. Yes, I didn't see it. I agree. I guess this happens when your most favorite game is the topic. Yep, I guess so too. Okay, the almighty gameplay, the most important aspect of games, in general looks okay. But before I delve into specific aspects of the gameplay, I want to talk about trailers and such. Considering everything they show so little of the gameplay, especially combat. And let's take the last trailer for example. So-called gameplay trailer. It has 3 or 5 minutes at 1:35. A little figure part ends and some extra footage starts. I did count. It has exactly 43 seconds of something that looks like gameplay in the whole trailer. That's a baffling look at it. Like this, please, when the Gothic label teaser dropped, and with it, the devs expressed the desire to remake Gothic. I was 13. I will soon turn 20. That's it. Okay. Did I already announce it 7 years ago? Holy cow. The game is not yet out, and I can't even say that I got a proper look at the gameplay and combat. From no perspective does that look good. And speaking of those 43 seconds, most of it consists of spells. I have counted exactly 5 melee moves. One of them was a kick, which immediately ragdolled a whole orc, and another one was a dodge. THQ is pushing Gothic quite a lot already, milking it, and even giving Alchemia a lot of space to do making of and similar. They've been pushing it and teasing it for years, and I have yet to see a full attack combo. And from the little we do see, it looks now great. At best it's okay. Okay is not good enough. Gothic is beloved for many reasons. Here we can see it's janky, broken and whatnot, but it's phenomenal. Okay, for such a game it's not enough. And on top of that, they asked for 60 euros. I understand the global inflation and all, but 60 euros is still a AAA price. A AAA price currently, I don't want to defend it. The AAA price is 80, isn't it? And with Nintendo it's 90. But I agree, it's too expensive. For such a price, the game is competing with other games on the level of Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Lies of P, etc. And from everything I've seen, God really does not have what it takes to measure with these. Yep, totally, I agree. At least not yet what they've shown. Maybe they're still gonna surprise us. And yeah, one can make the argument that we had the demo, but apparently that was already an old demo when we got it, and on top of that it's just like 60 minutes of content. We don't have much to see and try from the demo. I believe that the melee combat is bad, and Alchemia knows it, and that's why they are trying to hide the close combat. They really only show as little as possible for the trailer. When there could be a fight on the screen, we see a guy walking with a drawn weapon, we see Gorn and 2 orcs flexing on each other instead of actually fighting, and they try to fill the trailer with the best they have, the spells, which are generally pretty nice. Yeah, it's very, very naive, I know. It's probably not gonna happen. It would be so amazing when it really comes out in early 2026, and then they say, haha, we screwed with you, look at this amazing stuff, and then it's really amazing. Yeah, but I don't believe it too, actually. Closing thoughts, I was already a bit more skeptical. I'm skeptical. Even now, when I read your stuff here, I'm even more skeptical now. I was already a bit skeptical of the remake, and a lot of people seem to be, but it's really, really hard to be positive about it and expect something great when it's easy to see that something ain't right. I obviously wish for the remake to be as best as possible. I want it to be a freaking banger, because as Doom-like as it may sound, it is pretty much the only chance for Gothic remake. If it flops, there won't be any other attempt. If it succeeds and changes some core aspects, then it changes the whole name of Gothic, and very unlucky for the better. My prediction for the remake, when it actually drops, I don't think it's gonna be the worst game ever conceived, but it's not gonna be a banger either. It's gonna be a mid to okay, and maybe it will even be a financial success with how much THQ's pushing it, and there are a lot of fans. So even if it's gonna be good on the financial side and there will be a remake for Gothic 2, people won't buy it again. The reviews are gonna be somewhere mixed. And one last thing I want to talk about the community, and it's response. After the last trailer, the community has turned noticeably colder, mostly because instead of some actually release date, we got early 2026. May I ask, not that I'm not questioning what you are writing. How did you read an article on this? Did you see it on Reddit, or how do you where did you see that? I'm, as I said, not questioning. I'm just wondering. I'm not in the community, I guess. I'm just curious. So I lost the honestly, and I'm honestly glad for that. I'm obviously not glad for people having their hopes turn sour, but I'm glad that people are starting to look at things more critically. Before, people were glazing the remake in Alchemia, for example, the subreddit World of Gothic may be there, and people's criticisms were being dismissed and disregarded, oftentimes accompanied by things like, it's a remake, not a remaster, but I like it, you will still be able to play the original one. I don't want to play the game, but modern. I'm part of the community, so that kind of answers it. And there's some people criticizing it now than ever before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As if these were some points, and the people should just stop criticizing things they didn't like genuinely. I think that some people have decided to love Alchemia unconditionally. That's always bad, by the way. Kind of like a parasocial relationship. That's weird, by the way, with all the influences out there. It's totally weird that Alchemia is holy and cannot be criticized. That's weird, by the way. But it's similar with FromSoft, right? By the way, just saying. And it might be just to fill the hole after PB shut down. But at the very last, you can make the argument for PB that PB did deliver some games that, even though not all of them were amazing, most of them were still fun. Yes, and had a charm. Yes, and they were doing that quite consistently, except Elex 2. Yes, Alchemia, on the other hand, has now released anything except for 2 demos. Yes, and I don't mean shit on Alchemia, just for being a new studio, not at all. However, a completely new studio which has nothing to show for itself, has a beloved cult classic. It's simply good. It's certainly not a good. I have to admit, let me actually Google Alchemia. I thank you for all the information you gave me. That, sadly enough, changes my view on the remake a bit and makes me. I was a bit skeptical too, but now I'm really beginning to be skeptical. So thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring too, right? Yeah, that's. Yeah, I can't say much against what you said. And by the way, it's if I take a look in how much they're actually in the recruiting part, what they are all recruiting for a game which is coming out in like half a year. They are recruiting quite a hell lot of peoples. Yeah, I'm still hoping for the best, but I'm really skeptical now too. Even more than before. So that's what I want to say. Yeah. By the way, why is this not opening up, man? I want to contact them. I would like to mail to. Okay, I don't have mailing software on Windows here. Okay, that makes sense. Windows is just for gaming. There's one thing I didn't include regarding the community. Yeah. Don't they even write, tell us what you are and send prefer demo replay by prototype or something else that shows your skills and national applications are welcome. But what do you want from the people who apply? Okay, anyways, it is what it is. There's one thing I didn't include. Yes, we can still go through that if you... The 1-2 minutes we still have. I've seen a comment from more than one person defending the redesigns that's actually THQ... Wait, sorry, I messed up mentally. I've seen a comment from more than one person defending the redesigns that it's actually THQ ordering the generic designs, which I find unlikely. It's not unheard of that Gothic and publishers have a rocky relationship from the very start. But this really leads me to the point about the pro-social relationship. Yes. Like, how can you be so sure that it's THQ doing that and not Alchemy himself? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, on the contrary, as I said, thank you for sharing your thoughts, man. Somehow remove the tomatoes from my eyes, maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna try to stay open and hope that early 2026 it's gonna be early 2026, and that maybe our skepticism is lifted and Gothic will maybe be reanimated, right? That's what I'm wishing for, my friend. That's what I'm wishing for. Nonetheless, I'd say that is then gonna be it for today. By the way, thank you for sharing the document, Michael. That's really, really cool. That's kind of fun. I'm glad. If you have something of your own to say, please do. You can write me some ideas and stuff and play. Yeah, I have to admit, as I said before, I haven't yet thought about that heavily about the game. If I have something, I'll share. Thank you. So, Tuesday, right? We'll be going on with Elden Ring, and don't you worry, we have spots for games for other things always, right? So it doesn't always exclusively need to be Elden Ring or the game we are currently at. Okay, thank you, Michael, for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the like, and hopefully we are gonna be seeing us back here on Tuesday, and we then hopefully have more fun. Good night. Yes, and may the Almighty Sleeper protect us, you, and may the Sleeper awaken too. Yes. Good night. Goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of evening. Goodbye.